Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I wasn't able to film today, so it's like 10 after 7 in the morning, so I'm filming this. So you'll get 2 videos today. So, as mentioned on Thursday, I was going to talk about Camicazi and Hiccup, so I thought I'd talk about that. So, now, not sure if people get this confused or not. I don't know. I don't, because I've read the books. If you haven't read the book, that's okay. If you have, that's good. Hiccup and Camicazi are friends. They aren't actually, because Camicazi is technically Astrid in the book, and in the franchise, Hiccup and Astrid are, love interests. But in the book, Hiccup and Camicazi are just friends. Of course, at the end of the 12th book, in the prologue, epilogue, it does mention that Hiccup does marry. We aren't sure who, because it doesn't really say. And this is where we start getting questions. Now, I did a fan fiction where Hiccup and Camicazi do marry, because I wrote that myself, so that is something different. But maybe he doesn't marry Camicazi. Maybe he marries someone else. Now, Hiccup and Camicazi don't actually meet till the 3rd book, and pretty much the idea behind this is Alvin the Treacherous, who is now acting as the Sin Perfect of Rome, kidnapped the heir to the Bog Burglar tribe, which was Camicazi, and the heir to the Harry Hooligan tribe, which was Hiccup, but because the guards were kind of stupid and they knew that the heir to the Harry Hooligan tribe was scrawny and stuff, they didn't know whether it was Hiccup or Fish Legs, so they took them both. And the idea behind this is Alvin wants the two tribes to fight each other, so pretty much the Hooligans will think that Big Boobied Bertha and the Bog Burglars stole Hiccup, or kidnapped him, and the Bog Burglars will think that Stoic and the Harry Hooligans kidnapped Camicazi, and they'll fight, and then Rome will come in and destroy them both. Of course, this doesn't really work. And when they first meet Camicazi, she thinks they're Romans and starts sword fighting them, which Camicazi is a lot like Astrid, but way more crazy. You can check that out in my comparison and opinion video of Camicazi versus Astrid. And anyway, eventually Hiccup convinces them that they are not Romans, and they do end up working together to try to escape, because according to Camicazi, there is nothing a Bog Burglar can escape from. Of course, later on in this book, we do find out that the only thing a Bog Burglar cannot escape from is Roman prison. Eventually, they are put into the Colosseum to fight sharkworms, and they manage to escape. After that, they become pretty good friends. In the 4th book, Hiccup aids Camicazi's help to help save Fish Legs from Warpentitis. And there's a hilarious scene where she's sword fighting up at the nut job and talking at the same time, which I'm pretty sure would be very annoying. And then we come to the 5th book. And I'm not sure if she's in. Oh yes, this one. Yes. So this one, the Firestone is what the Vikings use at this meeting called the Thing. And pretty much, in order to talk, you have to pretty much play football and tackle one person and get the Firestone. So Hiccup gets Camicazi to burgle the Firestone, because pretty much Bog Burglars are pretty good at burgling. In this book, or another book, she steals Stoic's pants without him even knowing that she did it. So Bog Burglars are pretty good burglars, hence the name. And he gets her to steal the Firestone, which she does. And then and I think Fish Legs goes with them, they go off to put the Firestone back in the volcano to save pretty much the archipelago. In the 6th book, which I don't have with me, they have some, I think it's Hiccup's birthday, so I think they're having like some kind of sort of party for him. And Big Bertha claims that she can steal something better than Stoic or something like that, so pretty much, I always want to say Asher, but it's Camicazi. Camicazi, Fish Legs, and Hiccup pretty much all go on a quest on a stealth dragon, which can pretty much turn invisible, that was stolen by Big Wee Bertha from Mad Guts the Murderess. They go to the what's it called? Some sort of public library. Doesn't say, it's probably just the Meathead Public Library, which is actually not a public library because no one's allowed in there because books are banned. I think they go there to steal something. I don't really remember, I have to read that book again. People just end up in this big labyrinth of a library, trying to escape from the hairy, scary librarian. We also meet Camicazi's dragon, Stormfly, which is kind of ironic because they have the same name dragon, who is a mood dragon who was also stolen from Mad Guts the Murderess. And they eventually end up escaping the hairy, scary librarian, but they also have to escape Mad Guts the Murderess, which they do. In the 7th book, all 3 of them are participating in the swimming race, which, as I mentioned in my video on the books, you have to be the last one on shore. And eventually all 3 of them end up getting kidnapped by Norbert the Nutjob with the help of Mad Guts the Murderess, and they go on a quest to America against their will. Eventually the Leviathan gets after them though, and they shipwreck. And then Hiccup becomes unconscious, and they're rescued by a boat, and they're the last ones on shore, but they have to take an oath that they didn't take help from a boat, which Fish Legs and Camicazi did, but Hiccup was unconscious, so it wouldn't make sense to leave him in the water, so he technically takes the oath, and he wins. And then when we get to the 8th book, How to Break a Dragon's Heart. So this one pretty much, Camicazi is trapped somewhere in Berserker Island, and Hiccup and Fish Legs go to save her. Actually, Hiccup and Fish Legs end up on Berserker Island because Fish Legs fell in love with whatever the ugly thug guy's name is, daughter, and he set him on an impossible quest where there's like all these 12 men that tried it and that were caught by the Berserkers and now are going to be fed to the beast, which happens to be the Dragon Furious. Hiccup does end up escaping though and ends up in a tree cell with Excelsior the Witch, which is actually Alfred's mother. He does find Camicazi though, and they end up burning down Berserker Island. And then we come to the 9th book where Hiccup and Camicazi are both facing off in a sword fighting duel. I mean, everyone has to face off, and they eventually end up finding the crown underneath Flash Cut, I think it is. Flashburn something. And we'll just actually find that together. And then we come to the 10th book, and this is kind of like the apocalypse of How to Train Your Dragon. Fish Legs is missing, Hiccup is a fugitive, Camicazi has formed a group of girls from an island, and they pretty much escape people from prison and stuff, which is what she does with Hiccup, and rescues them, but Hiccup doesn't want to leave. Then in the 11th book, Hiccup, Fish Legs, Camicazi, Toothless, Horror Cow, Stormfly, Golden Fang, and the Deadly Shadow, which is patience, ignorance, and arrogance, form the 10 companions of the Dragon Mark. And I pretty much try to get to tomorrow, but all held up. Eventually, Camicazi and Fish Legs end up on tomorrow. Hiccup doesn't quite, and they get the news that Hiccup is dead. And then we come to the 12th book, where Hiccup becomes king. I think Camicazi has anything to do with that. That's mostly just Fish Legs. So yes, we come to the end of the series. Now, in the series, there are no hints that they are more than friends, and none of them make it clear that they are just friends. Neither does Camicazi, but you can see throughout the book that they are just friends. And we do know that Hiccup does get married at the end of the series, in the epilogue of the 12th book, and has kids. We don't know who his wife is, though, and what his kids' names are, because Camicazi doesn't mention any of them. And we don't know what happens to Camicazi, because she's not really the main character, and there's a gap between when Hiccup became king, was crowned king, and from when he's old and dying. We don't really know what happens there. So, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for this afternoon, where we will be comparing all 12 of the books and the franchise. Another comparison and point of view for you guys. Alright, and be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below who your best friend is, and be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Alright, see you.